Good afternoon, and thank you all for being here. My name is Brian Perleski, and I serve as the state's attorney for the New Britain Judicial District. Joining me are members of the Connecticut State Police Western District Major Crime Squad and the Cold Case Unit of the Chief State's Attorney's Office. A little more than 3 years ago, on the morning of May 6, 2018, Kelsey Mazzamero was found deceased by a passing motorist just a short distance from where we are right now. Her death was subsequently determined to be a homicide. At the time of her death, Kelsey was 26 years old. She had 2 young children who she adored and who will now grow up without their mother in their lives. Her family loved and cared about her, and I'm joined here today by Kelsey's mother and father, Carl Mazzamero and Eileen Mazzamero. We're here because despite diligent investigative efforts by the Connecticut State Police, Kelsey's murder remains unsolved. In the hope of continuing to move this investigation forward, I'm announcing today that Governor Lamont has offered a reward in the amount of $50,000 to any individual providing information leading to the arrest and conviction of Kelsey's killer. We know that there are individuals with information pertaining to this investigation who have yet to come forward. Kelsey was known to frequent the Waterbury and Torrington areas, and we're asking that anyone with information concerning her whereabouts on May 5th or May 6th of 2018 contact us at 866-623-8058. That's 866-623-8058. Conducting any complex investigation is like putting together a puzzle. Individual pieces of the puzzle may have little meaning outside their larger context, but may ultimately be crucial in seeing the complete picture once the puzzle is put together. There are individuals who have pieces of this puzzle, and we'd like to talk to them. Even if you have information that you don't think is particularly useful, please share it with us so that we can put it into the larger context of the entire investigation. At some point, Kelsey's children are going to want to know what happened to their mother. And ultimately, we're asking for your help in giving them that answer. Thank you again for being here, and I'd now like to introduce Kelsey's father, Carl Mazzamero. Thank you, brother.
Thank you all for coming here. Thank you, State Police. Thank you, Brian. I got just a short thing to say. Anybody has any information about my daughter at all, it's been 3 years. Do the right thing. That's all I'm saying. Do the right thing. Make that phone call. Let's put an end to this. I thank you.
Thanks very much. That's all we have. Thank you.
Any questions that we're allowed to ask, whether it's from you or investigators? I mean, it's been 3 years since this happened. Is there a person of interest in this case? Where does the case stand from the investigation standpoint?
It's been 3 years, and what I can tell you is that the state police continue to work on it, and it is an active and an ongoing investigation.
Is there any person of interest, any suspects out there right now?
Well, we don't really comment on that. But we're here today to see if anybody does have information for us, and if they do, there is now a $50,000 reward.
This started 3 years ago. When do you stop investigating a murder case?
Never.
If Kelsey had a microphone, what would she want to say to us?
What would she want to say to you? She would want to say...
Could you set it?
Yes, no problem.
Thank you.
What she would want to say is, first, take care of her children. And second of all, we would want to know what happened. She would want to know, her kids want to know what happened.
Can you talk to us a little about Kelsey?
Yeah, Kelsey, she was a free spirit. She was a very intelligent woman, very intelligent. Had a quirky sense of humor. Quirky sense of humor. But she was a beautiful person. She loved her children. And she would have done anything for her children.
And how are her children doing?
Very well. Eileen is primarily the caretaker of the kids, but they're doing very well.
And I can only imagine that there's just no sense of closure, that you haven't been able to fully mourn because there's no answers as to what happened.
Correct. This is the first time I've been here. I've never come to this spot because of that. Because this is hard. This brings up a lot of things. But we're going to stand there and we're going to see it through. Like I said, somebody needs to do the right thing and call. They need to call.
So you'll never get closure. Are you looking for justice and answers?
Yes. Closure there'll never be. How could you have closure when you lose a child? There is never closure. There's always a dark spot. But I'd like to have answers.
Officers, were there any other crimes associated with or connected to this? Was she robbed at all, or was there break-in?
Yeah, as we stated before, it's still an active investigation, so that's not something we're going to comment on at this time.
How important is any information to your investigation? I mean, somebody might have something, they don't think it might be important. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's already been said, but any and all information, we're encouraging people to make that phone call and let us know what they have to tell us.
What did Kelsey like to talk about for the future? What were her plans? What were her goals?
Her plans and her goals, what she wanted, she just wanted to be a good mother. She wanted to be a good mother. That was her goal, to be a good mother.
And did she live in Litchfield?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Is there anything in particular to the timing of the offering of the reward? It's been, I guess that's for the state attorney.
No, nothing in particular.
Have, Kelsey's friends offered support along the way? Have they stayed in touch?
Yes, definitely. They've stayed in touch. I've gotten a lot of support from her friends, family, but it is still tough. It's a tough thing to go through every day.
Okay, thanks very much, everyone.